Recent government reports and research on the state of children's eating habits are cause for concern. Only 2% of children meet dietary recommendations. Children eat too much fat and too few fruits and vegetables. And while kids are drinking less milk, soft drink consumption is rapidly rising. These factors contribute to the risk of disease. Poor nutrition habits can also affect learning and lower the quality of life. Just as school lunch programs during World War II played an important role in feeding a nation at arms, today there are schools on the front line of the battle against poor nutrition. USDA is leading the charge with the Team Nutrition Program. The goal of Team Nutrition is to improve children's lifelong eating and physical activity habits. Team Nutrition promotes links between the classroom and the school dining room, so students can see the real-life application of what they learn in the classroom. Links with the community are also encouraged to expand the reach of the healthy messages and to build a broad base of support. In 1999, Project PA, a collaboration between the Pennsylvania Department of Education and Penn State University, received funding from USDA for a Showcase Schools project. Through a grant application process, 4 schools were chosen to receive startup grants to develop and implement Team Nutrition action plans. These schools were able to blaze new trails by developing activities, approaches, and techniques that can serve as examples to help all schools take up the fight against poor nutrition. It's more than just nutrition education. It's a way of life. Here's how 4 schools accepted the challenge. The team leader at Centerville was the Child Nutrition Director, Carol Gilbert. Centerville formed a nutrition committee consisting of teachers, food service staff, and the principal. Their plan involved updating the nutrition component of the health curriculum for the school, which might then be adopted district-wide. An important part of Centerville's plan was the involvement of the food service staff in the education process, and this was demonstrated by many of their activities. Karen Singer, the cafeteria manager, led students on tours of the kitchen area, pointing out the duties and responsibilities of the food service staff and special food safety procedures, and ended the tours with a demonstration on the importance of hand washing. Students also got involved in the selection of food served in the cafeteria, working with Karen to plan a lunch meal, and later with Carol Gilbert to conduct a nutrient analysis of the meal. The students learned not only about the nutrient composition of foods, but also about how school food service directors plan menus. Students promoted their menu through posters that were hung in the cafeteria on the day the meal was served. Centerville tied in a nutrition theme to their annual Career Day by emphasizing careers in food service and nutrition. Students heard presentations and saw activities conducted by a chef, school food service directors, and a representative from a local restaurant.
I think the biggest thing is, as long as you've got some enthusiasm, you can make it work, and you're going to have happy kids, you're going to have teachers that are more involved in the program, and ultimately we're going to serve more students, and that's the name of the game.
Anne-Marie Brothwell, the family and consumer sciences teacher, and Ann Swartz, a health teacher, served as co-team leaders at Forest City Regional High School. When they learned their school would be receiving a Team Nutrition Action Plan grant, they recruited other teachers to join them and formed a team of enthusiastic, creative teachers who integrated nutrition across the curriculum.
The teachers here have been really great we said we would like to see nutrition in other disciplines in all these curriculums through the school, and the teachers have been coming through with these ideas themselves.
The excitement seems to build once you get going. we started out with just a small team, and it just seemed to escalate.
Students in a speech class wrote and gave speeches on nutrition. Special education students completed a nutrition workbook. German language students created a food guide pyramid in German. Applying the theory that students learn best through teaching others, Anne-Marie Brothwell's 8th grade Family and Consumer Sciences students taught the nutrition lessons to 3rd graders. Her 11th and 12th grade students presented a lesson on snacks for kindergarten students. And groups of high school students led activities at a nutrition fair for elementary students. In addition to classroom lessons, they also reached out to the community. Through the local library, they participated in a story hour for preschool children, reading storybooks with nutrition themes, and preparing healthy snacks with the young children. After learning about the nutritional needs of seniors, the students also visited the local Senior Citizen Center to talk to the seniors about nutrition, offer them some food samples, and play nutrition bingo.
Next is whole wheat bread, 1 slice. That's under the grains and bread group.
Putting the high school students in the role of teacher proved to be a valuable way for them to learn, as well as to gain career insights, recognize their own potential, and serve as role models for younger children.
They seem to really enjoy that. I think that sometimes they get tired of the adults always telling them what to do, so that when students who are actually their role models, they're really excited to work with them. And the older students are excited to work with them too, so it kind of escalates.
At Sacred Heart School, Mary Liz Mahalski serves as the school's food service director, nurse, and pre-K teacher's aide. And for this project, she also functioned as team leader.
There is such a problem in our country of obesity, anorexia, bulimia. The kids are all hearing these words, but not putting them into a thought process of how to use food healthy and wisely. And I think that was our overall objective, that we would include within our school a healthy mind, a healthy body, and a healthy soul.
The close-knit family-style atmosphere at the school was conducive to the theme of sharing that ran through many of their activities. Sacred Heart's plan was to reach all students in the school. As an English assignment, 7th graders wrote nutrition storybooks and later read them to younger students. 6th, 7th, and 8th graders developed board games with nutrition themes and played them with 2nd through 4th graders. At a Thanksgiving feast, pre-K and kindergartners shared a feast they helped prepare, learned about common foods in pilgrim times, and, dressed as pilgrims and Native Americans, exchanged gifts with one another. One of the most involved and far-reaching projects of Sacred Hearts was a school garden. Students spent a day at the nearby Rodale Institute, touring the facilities and learning about gardening methods. The school submitted an idea for their own school garden and won 3rd place in Rodale's Pennsylvania School Gardens contest. Younger and older students worked together in the classroom to plant seeds after deciding which vegetables to grow.
What do we plant here? Radishes! Radishes!
Later, they moved the plants to a garden in a field behind their school.
Where's the stem, okay? So you want to plant some broccoli?
In the fall, they harvested vegetables from the garden and used many of them in their school lunch program. The garden proved so bountiful that they were able to donate some vegetables to a local soup kitchen. The team at Wayne Highlands Middle School was led by Ellen Jennings, a family and consumer sciences teacher, and Karen Carlson, the food service director. A noteworthy component of Wayne Highlands' plan was a strong connection to the community, as both a resource and a target for their nutrition education activities.
I think our first and most important focus was to bring together community, cafeteria, and the classroom. That was our primary focus, and it was so successful. The more we reached out to other people, the more resources we found, and the more our students were connecting with real information that they could use every single day.
Ellen invited a variety of guest speakers to her class, including a chef, a baker, and registered dietitians to discuss their nutrition or food service-related careers. A public health nurse, with the help of 2 university dietetics students, visited classrooms to do presentations and hands-on demonstrations on the importance of low-fat dairy products. One of the most involved events that used community resources was a health fair for 7th graders, where local organizations exhibited materials and talked to the students about making healthy choices. Like other showcase schools, Wayne Highlands' plan involved placing students in the role of teacher to reach out to younger students and the community. Ellen's Family and Consumer Science classes conducted a series of 8 nutrition fairs for kindergartners and preschoolers.
Even children today are learning that what they eat can make a difference later in life. Some young students in Wayne County are doing more than that.
One of her classes worked with a health reporter from a local television station to develop and tape a public service announcement on diabetes that was aired on the local evening news, reaching many residents of northeastern Pennsylvania. All of the showcase schools reached out to older members of the community. In the case of Wayne Highlands, this was done through a generation celebration, for which senior citizens were invited to the Family and Consumer Sciences classroom. Students interviewed the seniors about their families, childhood memories, and food habits, among other topics. The seniors shared their stories, and then the students, acting as hosts, shared some foods they had prepared for the occasion. Each of the showcase schools took a different approach to implementing their action plans, depending on the resources available, members of their teams, and the objectives of their plans. Yet each was successful in generating enthusiasm for their nutrition activities and making nutrition come alive for the students. Perhaps the most important ingredient for success in implementing a team nutrition action plan is a committed team leader, or in some cases, team leaders. The extraordinary dedication, organizational skills, and resourcefulness of the team leaders was crucial for success. Along the way, the team leaders learned some valuable lessons about what it takes to implement a nutrition action plan in a school and what the payoffs are. Although their specific activities differed, each of the schools used some common approaches. Older students took on the role of teachers for younger students. Activities crossed age gaps within the community. Careers in nutrition and food service were emphasized. The funding allowed for the elevation of nutrition into cohesive campaigns and the testing of activities to be incorporated into the curriculum. Strong and enduring links were made between the classroom, the cafeteria, and the community.